So it's kind of funny, really. Ever since we talked about the Minecraft 2 situation in this video right here, about everybody and their grandmother has now been talking about it. So, I guess this thing is going to be big. Great news, because since last week, well, there's even more. So do me a favor, tap that like button down below in the comments. No need to let me know if I typoed this thing, because it was totally, definitely intentional, or not intentional at all if it was perfect. And let's go, besties. More Minecraft 2. I'm perhaps a fool, a clown, the entire circus. For these levers and chests and now Minecraft 2 videos, I have quite a system down where essentially I start bookmarking critical information for the video. Then, after bookmarking said critical information, I begin to arrange it in an order that I think would not only be entertaining, but also factual, like it would all make sense. How could I do it? I completely forgot about this one. This is an ancient one, relatively speaking. How about some levers and chests character item test images for your Tuesday morning? So if the fates align, then this video ends up dropping on a Tuesday, and that's kind of relevant. But otherwise, we have some really interesting looking art concepts from the levers and chests game. Now, levers and chests, what in the... Wow, look at that mob. That's a slime. That's a Warden 2.0, a bat, a wolf. Wow, these things, they look so good and just bad. That buddy right there, it almost looks like a Strider too. So it's like, I guess we got basically Minecraft 2.0 with like 2.0 of some of the iconic mobs. Maybe this is a phantom. Now, at this point in time, the fate of levers and chests is a little bit uncertain. I'm not sure if that game is going to still come to fruition, or if the game has been merged into whatever this Minecraft 2 thing is going to be, or if it's like option number 3, and instead of being scrapped or merged, levers and chests just goes back on the shelf and will come out a little bit later. Either way, no matter what, I think these images right here are an interesting insight as to where Notch and the BitShift Entertainment team is at when it comes to developing like proper items and characters for their game. It's safe to assume that this is at least a small glimpse into whatever Minecraft 2 might end up actually looking like. Speaking of other Notch games that could have a little bit of crumbs put into Minecraft 2, please just pick up, I don't even know how to say that again. 0x10c is a game that we talked a little bit about somewhere along the lines when we were starting to talk about Notch's new levers and chests game. 0x10c is basically an old game that Notch was working on after Minecraft, but before levers and chests, and way before actually announcing Minecraft 2. And it looks like this year, Notch is basically down to bring like everything to the table. If you guys make more of a stink about it, I'm willing to add that as an option. I'm not really sure there's enough people where I'd actually be tempted by greed though. But if I did come up with a banger backstory setting for a sci-fi scenario. So now the setting, the backstory, the lore, this kind of ties into where the team was allegedly at when it comes to levers and chests relatively recently. Pretty recently, we talked about it in the last part a little bit from a couple of days ago, so if you missed that part, check out it next. Notch and BitShift Entertainment are, whatever, trying to figure out a set theme for the levers and chests game. Seems like Notch nowadays always likes to go back to the space themes. Humans, they're habitual creatures. If one is to assume that Notch is, like me and you both, assuming you're a human, if we are to also assume that Notch is a human, and Notch seems to like space-themed things lately, well then it might not be too unsmart to assume that Notch might like the idea of some sort of space theme for this Minecraft 2 game, whatever it ends up being. Whoa, hold on. I want to zoom the picture out for a second and say, Minecraft 2, how can Notch legally do that? Well, my friend, you're not watching part 1 this is showing. You should cover that up. But I'm a nice guy, your best friend, I've got you. Basically, Notch can make Minecraft 2, but he cannot call it Minecraft 2, and he's got to be careful. He can't make it identical to Minecraft otherwise. In some crazy tale that I bet there's a story from ancient times to kind of draw parallels to, the company in which Notch originally found could come back around and slap Notch in the face with a lawsuit. He's got to be careful. So that means if or when Notch gets around to this Minecraft 2 business this year, it likely will not be similar to this game in the sense that there are a bunch of different biomes in the overworld, and then there's a nether, and there's an end dimension, and whatever. Instead, what Notch is probably going to have to do here is pick a new theme, and the game could be similar with crafting, exploring, and building whatever, but it just can't be identical. Therefore, space. Now, right near the end of the last part, Notch was throwing the slightest bit of shade over at Microsoft and Mojang for where Minecraft is right now. It continues. How do you feel about the recent Minecraft updates and where the game is heading? Notch's answer, quite simply, I don't. So as part of his New Year's resolutions or whatever, Notch seems to be insanely, like perhaps even overly active on Twitter. I don't know who's as active as Notch on Twitter anymore in 2025. In fact, I know one person who is even more active than Notch on Twitter in 2025. Anyways, though, if you have a question, it seems like nowadays, like right now, you could go ahead and slide over to Notch on Twitter and just ask him it in one of his replies, and there's a decent chance that Notch will actually go ahead and answer that question. So take with that information as you will. The sneaky shady bit here, Notch has no opinion, allegedly, on what's going on over at Microsoft and Mojang, but this is exactly in contradiction with some of the stuff that he said previously, we talked about in part 1, where he mentioned something along the lines of letting Mojang and Microsoft to try their best with Minecraft for the longest time. Now it's his turn to come back and take it back with Minecraft 2. So in response to this question right here, which was in response to one of his other tweets here, on surface value, Notch simply doesn't feel anything about the newest Minecraft updates and where Minecraft is headed. Take into account the other opinion that Notch just literally stated a day or two ago, and maybe I don't means I don't like it, or that don't happy with it, or I don't know, the English is a bit broken here, but I don't enjoy. Dylan, hit us up with the juice. I feel it would be hard to make a Minecraft-type game without it seeming like just another Minecraft clone, which has plagued the world for quite some time now. Also, the dungeon crawler seems so much cooler. I suspect you're right. Absolutely would be willing to try if people are willing to pay, though. So remember, keep in mind that Notch just talked about actually making new games before, and then radio silence comes from Notch, and that new game, it either stays in eternal development to just basically never getting a full release, or on the other hand, we just never hear about it again. Things feel like they would be a little bit different this time around because we have BitShift Entertainment and at least 3 other employees under Notch as well, so there's a little bit more on the table here. But the angle at which Notch is approaching this Minecraft 2 business is interesting. He knows that the Minecraft clones and knockoffs usually feel exactly like that, a clone or a knockoff, and perhaps hopefully with that POV in mind, and seeing as this is from the original man who made Minecraft himself, maybe this one might end up being a little bit different. Oh my god, look at that mountain. That's beautiful. Hey, I'm sorry, this is my job, but this is a quick reminder to tap like if you haven't yet, and definitely subscribe. As the first few days have shown us already, this year is going to be huge. So would you make another Minecraft 2? No. Alright, besties, that's it. You go ahead and pack up your stuff. Your cozy chair that you've been sitting in, that tea that you've been drinking the whole video, you can go ahead and just pour it on out, on down the drain. Minecraft 2, it started a couple of days ago, and here and now, it's officially over. Oh, wait, there's a little bit more. No, I'd make something similar based on what I think the audience says that they want the game might enjoy. So, aka user feedback. I'd probably do early access so other people get to play it to make sure we're on track. But, I mean, I think I'm still sort of just a clown for getting lucky in a sea of actual talent. So, no idea if it'll actually be good, but I'll try. It's kind of wild, shocking, and jarring, the amount of humility that Notch is going into 2025 with. Like, I don't think I've ever seen this man ever be so humble and say, hey, yeah, I might make something that will actually fail. I got crazy lucky before. Yeah, you can laugh at me if I fail, but I prefer if people would keep in mind it could hurt my ego in comments like that. But, you know, that kind of stuff is hilarious. So then we have this poll here, which was the initial thing that kind of sparked this whole story in part 1. We talk way more about it, but basically the poll results right now, they're almost over now, and sure enough, Minecraft 2 has far surpassed Uncursing Potions, or aka the levers and chests option. There was another interesting reply to that tweet, like I think pretty much happened right after I made the initial video. The people will vote for Minecraft 2, but people also didn't know they wanted Minecraft before they had it. That's a real smart take, actually. Yeah, but if they claim they'd like to give me money, I'm happy to take on that challenge. I'm smug enough to think I could make it. I'll sneak in new fun stuff. New fun stuff. What in the world? I don't know what it actually means. Of course, he's so cryptic about it, but new fun stuff, huh? What it, like, huh? Huh? Yeah, that makes me, I can't even talk. This tweet right here is the tweet that really sparked everything. Like, I saw every Twitter news account pop crave, like, talking all about this Minecraft 2 thing. This big tweet really sparked a whole lot of noise, but crazily enough, the part 1 happened before this tweet even existed. I basically announced Minecraft 2. I thought many people would actually want another game that's similar to the first one, and I love working on games again. So this is all like quite a bit long, but basically, long story short, part of Notch's New Year's resolution is to maybe be a little bit more clear and honest, seemingly make more money, and just in general, maybe actually do what the people might want. I basically announced Minecraft 2. Oh, and I also very much value being a man of my world. I also intend to do this in a way that nothing infringes on what Mojang and Microsoft is doing. And so that one there, at this point in time, it doesn't actually add too much more to our conversation, but I figured I would go ahead and throw that tweet in here, because at this point, with all of the Levers and Chests videos and the Minecraft 2 ones, we sort of have a complete chronicle of Levers and Chests, and I don't know, maybe you're watching this back in the future, 2042, well, hey, how you doing? I hope I'm doing, okay. And yeah, you can kind of see every step in the process of how we went from Levers and Chests to Minecraft 2, and maybe back again, or whatever the future ends up like. So where I want to conclude everything at today is with this one right here. 100% serious about all of that, by the way. So, Minecraft 2, it seems that it's actually going to properly be a thing, and it seems that Notch is really fired up with it. Hopefully, Notch will end up staying as fired up over the next, coming weeks and months, and maybe by the end of the year, we actually end up seeing something. Either way, I'm your guy for all of the Minecraft news information, and I guess some Minecraft 2 business as well. Tap like and subscribe if you want to see even more. Patron Gang, Jilly K, Fateful Grimoire, Deb K, Pixie Phantom, The Duke, Nixie, Steve M, Fire Dragon 19, Medical Boomstick, and Ground Crazy Main. Thank you all so much. On the end card is a video. I highly recommend you checking it out, and you go have a good day. I'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you very much, and goodbye. Oh, and you thought we were done coming in here right at the end? Talk to the fellas at the office. Looks like we're making levers and chests. The tipping point was PC Gamer. So look, I don't know what's actually going on with the situation. Notch is all a bit chaotic, but maybe it's all over before it even began. I guess we'll just have to wait and see.